Hey everyone, welcome back to Learn English with Ibnath. I'm your host, Henry, and today we're talking about something that almost everyone knows is important, but not everyone actually does regularly: exercise and healthy habits.
Hi, guys. I'm Maya, and wow, this topic is a little too real for me because every Sunday night I say, all right, starting tomorrow, I'm going to wake up early, exercise, eat healthy, drink more water. And then Monday morning comes, and suddenly my bed becomes the most comfortable place in the universe.
That is extremely relatable. I think many people have the same experience. We all want to live healthier lives, but building those habits is sometimes harder than we expect.
Exactly. And the funny thing is, when we hear the phrase healthy lifestyle, many people immediately imagine something extreme, waking up at 5 a.m., running 10 kilometers, eating only salads, and giving up every snack they love.
Right, but in reality, healthy habits don't have to be that dramatic. Small changes can make a big difference. Something as simple as taking a daily walk, drinking enough water, or getting enough sleep can improve your health a lot.
Yes, and I think that's the part people often forget. Health isn't just about intense workouts, it's about consistency, doing small, healthy things regularly.
So, Maya, let me ask you an honest question. Do you enjoy exercising?
Mm, I enjoy it after I finish. During the workout, I'm usually questioning all my life decisions, but once it's over, I feel amazing, more energetic, more positive, and proud of myself.
That's actually a very common feeling. Exercise can be tough in the moment, but afterward, your body releases endorphins, those feel-good chemicals that boost your mood.
Yes, that's why people often say exercise helps with stress and anxiety. Even a short workout can clear your mind.
For me, exercise is also a mental break. When I go for a run or even a long walk, it gives my brain time to relax. I'm not thinking about emails, work, or deadlines. I'm just moving and breathing.
That's true, and you don't even need a gym to be active. Some people think exercise only counts if you're lifting weights or running on a treadmill, but that's not true at all.
Exactly. Activities like walking, cycling, dancing, swimming, or even playing sports with friends all count as exercise.
Honestly, dancing is my favorite form of exercise. Turn on some music, move around your room for 20 minutes. Suddenly, you're sweating, smiling, and having fun at the same time.
That's actually a great point. The best exercise is the one you enjoy, because if you enjoy it, you're more likely to keep doing it.
Yes, if someone hates running, forcing themselves to run every day probably won't last long. But if they love yoga, hiking, or even basketball, that activity can easily become a regular habit.
Exactly. Building healthy habits is really about finding what works for you.
And another important thing is starting small. A lot of people try to change their entire lifestyle overnight, and that can feel overwhelming.
Right. Instead of saying, I'll exercise 2 hours every day, it's better to start with something simple, like 10 minutes of stretching or a short walk.
Because once you start, it becomes easier to continue. Small habits slowly turn into a healthy routine.
And that's what we're going to talk about next: how people actually build those routines and why healthy habits are sometimes so hard to maintain.
Yes, we'll talk about motivation, common struggles, and some simple tricks that make healthy living easier.
So stay with us, because in the next part, we're diving deeper into the psychology of habits and why our brains sometimes resist healthy choices.
So, Henry, you mentioned something interesting before the break, how building healthy habits can actually be difficult, even when we know they're good for us.
Yes, and I think that's one of the biggest challenges people face. Most people understand that exercise, good sleep, and healthy food are important. The problem isn't knowledge, it's consistency.
Exactly. It's easy to feel motivated at the beginning. For example, at the start of a new year, so many people set fitness goals. They buy new workout clothes, maybe even join a gym.
Right, the famous New Year's resolution.
Yes, but after a few weeks, life gets busy again, motivation drops, and suddenly the gym membership card just sits in a wallet unused.
That happens more often than people like to admit. And one reason is that motivation is temporary, it comes and goes.
That's a great point. If we rely only on motivation, our habits won't last very long.
Exactly. That's why experts often say discipline and routine are more important than motivation. When something becomes part of your daily routine, you don't have to think about it, you just do it automatically.
Like brushing your teeth. Nobody wakes up feeling super motivated to brush their teeth, but we do it anyway because it's a habit.
Perfect example. Healthy habits work the same way. Once exercise becomes part of your schedule, it starts to feel normal.
Another reason people struggle is that they try to change too many things at once. They say, I'm going to wake up earlier, run every morning, stop eating junk food, drink 2 liters of water, and meditate every day.
That's a huge list.
Exactly. And when it becomes overwhelming, people give up completely.
So the better approach is small steps. Instead of changing everything at once, focus on 1 or 2 habits first.
For example, start by walking for 15 minutes every day.
Or replacing one unhealthy snack with a healthier option.
Or simply drinking more water during the day.
Those small changes may seem simple, but they create momentum. Once one habit feels easy, adding another becomes much easier.
And something else that helps a lot is making the activity enjoyable.
Yes, if exercise feels like punishment, people won't stick with it.
Exactly. Some people enjoy running, others prefer yoga, swimming, cycling, or even dancing. The important thing is finding something that doesn't feel like a chore.
I've also noticed that exercising with friends can help a lot. When you have a workout partner, you motivate each other.
That's true. If someone is waiting for you at the gym or a morning walk, you're much less likely to skip it.
Plus, it becomes social time instead of just exercise.
Another helpful trick is tracking progress. When people see improvement, like being able to run longer, lift heavier weights, or simply feel more energetic, it motivates them to continue.
Yes, progress is powerful. Even small improvements can boost confidence.
And let's not forget one of the most important healthy habits that many people ignore: sleep.
Absolutely. Good sleep is essential for both physical and mental health. Without enough rest, it's much harder to stay active and make healthy choices.
When people are tired, they often skip workouts and choose quick, unhealthy foods instead.
Exactly. Sleep, exercise, and nutrition are all connected.
So, building a healthy lifestyle is really about balance, not perfection.
Well said. No one eats perfectly or exercises perfectly every day. The goal is simply to build habits that support your health most of the time.
And in the next part, we'll talk about some simple daily habits that anyone can start today to become healthier without extreme diets or exhausting workouts.
So we've talked about motivation, routines, and why building healthy habits can sometimes feel challenging. Now let's focus on something practical, simple habits that anyone can start today.
Yes, because when people hear the phrase healthy lifestyle, they often imagine complicated plans. But honestly, a healthy life usually begins with very small daily actions.
Exactly. Let's start with one of the easiest habits, walking more. Walking is one of the most underrated forms of exercise.
Totally. You don't need special equipment, you don't need a gym membership, and you can do it almost anywhere.
Even a 20-minute walk each day can improve your heart health, boost your mood, and help your body stay active.
And walking can also be relaxing. You can listen to music, a podcast, or just enjoy the fresh air. It's a great way to clear your mind after a long day.
Another simple habit is drinking enough water. It sounds basic, but many people forget to stay hydrated.
Yes, sometimes when people feel tired or have headaches, the problem might just be dehydration.
Exactly. Drinking water regularly helps your body function better, improves energy levels, and even supports better concentration.
And here's another important one: getting enough sleep. We mentioned this earlier, but it really deserves attention.
Definitely. Sleep is when the body repairs itself. It helps muscles recover, supports brain function, and improves overall health.
Plus, when people sleep well, they usually make better decisions the next day, including healthier food choices and staying active.
That's true. Lack of sleep often leads to low energy, which makes exercise feel much harder.
Another healthy habit people often overlook is stretching.
Yes, even 5 or 10 minutes of stretching in the morning can wake up your body and reduce stiffness.
I love stretching before bed too. It helps relax the muscles and makes it easier to fall asleep.
And of course, we can't talk about health without mentioning balanced nutrition.
Right. Healthy eating doesn't mean you have to completely avoid your favorite foods. It's more about balance, including fruits, vegetables, proteins, and whole grains in your meals.
Exactly. Healthy eating isn't about perfection, it's about making better choices most of the time.
And one thing I always remind myself is this: progress is more important than perfection.
I like that, because a healthy lifestyle is not a race, it's a long-term journey.
Yes, some days you'll feel motivated and energetic, other days you might skip a workout or eat something unhealthy, and that's okay.
The key is simply getting back on track and continuing the journey.
Exactly. Small habits done consistently can lead to big results over time.
So, if you're listening right now and thinking about improving your health, start with one simple habit today. Maybe take a walk, drink more water, stretch for a few minutes, or get a little extra sleep tonight.
Those small actions may seem simple, but they're powerful steps toward a healthier life.
And remember, exercise and healthy habits aren't just about looking good, they're about feeling good, having more energy, and living a better life.
Absolutely. Your body and mind will thank you for it.
All right, everyone, that brings us to the end of today's episode of Learn English with Ibnath.
We hope this conversation inspired you to take small steps toward a healthier lifestyle.
Thanks so much for listening.
And remember, healthy habits start with simple choices.
We'll see you in the next episode.
Take care and stay healthy.